Almost 25 minutes gone, opening half. Qatar and Senegal scoreless. Pushed ahead by Boudia. We get another go at it. All the way back to Marchand. Hassan off the chest, bringing it down. 132nd appearance for Hassan. Drives it over the bar. But they're getting more looks than they had in game one.
Yeah, they're being a little bit more aggressive, where we're actually seeing Hassan push forward as he goes out wide on various plays. There's not a whole lot of players from Senegal that are drifting out, and that's allowing him to get forward and have some shots.
So looking for it. He was right. That ball was deflected. That was his argument to the referee.
Here's a look. Sarr trying to come in, but Marchand holding on to it. I think that's what the fans were very happy. He just jumps for it, grabs it, not spilling that ball anywhere.
Alhedos finds the open man. Boudia to the right. Mohamed, step over. Into the box it comes. Swept away by Senegal. They'll pick it up in the wing. Diatta drops it. Diallo. Sabali. Held up with the left. Into the box. The look was for Sarr. Deflected out. It's going to be a corner.
And this is what happens when a team drops in defensively. They put 5 in the back, 3 right in front. Very defensive formation for Qatar. And if you're not there quick enough to break that down, then the next best thing, can you whip in crosses? Can you make it dangerous and difficult for the defenders with those hard balls coming in where, yes, if they clear, it may be something, a deflection on target, or may go out for the corners.
Second corner. Went to the near post, never got there. It's going to go out of play. Jacobs will have a throw in. Gets it in quickly. Sabali. Koulibaly. Getting closer to that half-hour mark. Pretty open game. Mendy played it across. We're going to try to use that whip. Diatta into the box. Radia headed up. An awkward header back. Punched away by Marchand. And then the shot went wide. Adventures in goal continue for the host nation.
As this ball goes up, it's not the prettiest, but he gets the job done. That's the most important part. And this is what I like here is he actually comes out and gets both fists on it and punches it away, and that's so necessary. You can't just be going swinging and barely looking at the ball.
Like, what about me?
Driven wide by Qatar.
What about me?
Played back by Mohamed.
You're not standing
Set
here.
long, no one close to it in maroon. They're chasing the ball. Sabali coming up with it. It was the safest way back to Mendy, but under pressure, Mendy with the foot skills to get it forward, but gave it right back. Mighty Bo's pass. Alhedos. Qatar's captain pushing it wide. Crossed by Mohamed. Boudia was looking for it, but Mendy grabs it in traffic and boots it upfield. Trying to go long distance. Keeper's out. Sarr got a piece of the wall. Wow. Marchand ends up with it. It's not textbook, is it, Kobe?
Far from it, JP. Far from it. Sure. I mean, one time you do something good, but first off, look at this distribution by Mendy. It's on a platter, perfect spot. Marchand comes out, commits himself outside of the box, what you should not do as a keeper, unless you know you're going to get it. He doesn't win that one. And then it's, it's all over the place after that.
Yeah, looks like he misjudged that long ball. Got another player down for Qatar and a yellow card. was issued as well by our referee from Spain, Lajos. Sar was it Dia? It was booked. Dia.
Yeah, Dia comes in, just reaches for it, makes the contact after the play, makes it easy for the referee to make the call. It didn't help a little bit of a fall there, grabbing of the hand.
So, Kobe, the first half hour, scoreless here. What can you tell us?
Well, a much better performance in this first half hour from Qatar. They're playing simple, especially simply defensively. Just dropping in, getting to your positions, getting good defensive starting spots, making it difficult for Senegal to break you down. That's the first step. And we saw as this game went on, they got a little bit more possession. They started feeling a little bit more confident. Then they started building up and actually creating some opportunities going forward. For Senegal, I think it's still recognition that they have to play a little bit quicker. Whenever they play quicker, things open up. They create a few different chances. But once they go slow, it's a pass, it's a pass, it's a pass. That's just too easy for the Qatari defenders.
Live standings show Netherlands and Ecuador on top, and they play one another for the lead in the group coming up after us. And then, of course, the bigger game, at least to us and a lot of people, USA versus England. You missed out on the earlier result from that group. It was Iran in stoppage time scoring twice to beat Wales.
Yeah, and that result really throws that whole group out of whack, from the expectations of what everyone thought. Because now, all of a sudden, Iran is in a pretty good position now with 3 points. Wales struggling. Now, for England even, now it's like, okay, they knew that this game was going to be big against the U.S. Now you have a team that is tied with you on points. So, I tell you, the next 2 games going to be exciting.
Must-see TV here on Fox. Upbeat across the way as play resumes, but could be significant stoppage time in this game. Game has been stopped on a couple of occasions. Ball played long, and that's going to be cleared out of play, intended for Al-Moez Ali. Golden Boot winner in the 2021 Gold Cup. Qatar reminds me of the U.S., not in terms of the talent, Kobe, but when you played in 1994, right? You'd already qualified as a host nation, so you're playing all kinds of games, all kinds of competition, a guest in some tournaments, and that's what Qatar did. They were in the Gold Cup. They were in Copa America. They've got some experience now.
Well, that's what you need. You're going to be the host. You want to have as much playing time as possible and playing against quality teams. And Qatar did it. And they had some success.
Moneybal's pass to the left. Afif in the box. Oh, he's nudged down. The referee's not having any of it. He did not point to the spot. Everything, of course, is subject to video review. That looked stronger than the challenge we saw last night against Cristiano Ronaldo, no?
Yeah, just first look, during the run of play, it looked like it was a penalty. Let's get a good look here with the combination play. A little bit of a setup. That's a penalty for me.
Me too.
This is just straight coming in from Sar. He goes over the top. His back leg is on the right leg. There's a step out.
Yeah,
and you can just see he runs all over him. That's a penalty.
Qatar pleading their case to the referee, Lajos. Well, everything is subject to video review, so are the officials in charge of video review not telling him to take a look? That's all we can assume, right? Let's bring in our rules analyst, Dr. Joe Magnick. Are you seeing what we're seeing, Dr. Joe?
Well, certainly, JP and Kobe, the player gets charged into the back, but the referee is of the opinion that he drags his feet to slow up so that he gets charged into the back. Regardless, I think VAR should have given the referee an opportunity to look at it from a different angle.
So, Dr. Joe, what happens in a play like that? Are they talking amongst one another? Let's pick you back up in a second, because this ball is played in, and now we'll have that chance. What's the dialogue like?
Unfortunately, JP, we're not privy to the communication between VAR and the referee, but typically the VAR is from the same country as the referee, speak the same language, have experience, they're part of the team. So the VAR knows what the referee wants and is familiar with his style and all of that. But in this case, I think it was a play that definitely needed to be reviewed.
Thank you, Dr. Joe. I'm sure our guys in the studio will break that one down at halftime, Kobe.
Yeah, that'll be an interesting conversation.
It's on you guys in the studio. Lex, Landon, whoever's on that call, bring it. I would imagine Stu's going to be busy. He's got a game tonight. Yeah. You may have heard about it. USA, England on that left side, played in off a Qatari defender, up for a throw-in for Senegal. On that left side, it's pushed back. Koulibaly trying to get that one into the box. That's cleared away. Jacobs. Okay. Nice turn. They got it forward. Wanted to get the return pass instead. It's Qatar. Can they break?
Qatar playing a much better game than they played in the first game.
They won't break that way. Looked like they had a great chance, Kobe, to go in transition. Yeah, it looked like, for this.
They're playing a much better game.
For this Qatari side, one of the issues when they're breaking out, some of the new players that have come in, Madivo, when he has the ball, he's sprinting forward. And one of the issues that Qatar had in the previous match is a beef would drop deep and hold and receive the ball in deep positions, which doesn't help. You need him forward. And he's starting to do it again where he's dropping deep, waiting for the ball to his feet instead of charging forward to be an extra player in the attack.
Down the wing. Alhedos blocked. Still to come on Fox, the other Group A match between the Netherlands and Ecuador, and then the match we're all waiting to see. England versus the USA, coverage beginning immediately following the conclusion of this match over on Fox. A lot of people interested, Kobe, to see if the USA will make any changes in the lineup from the last game. On that throw-in, Hassan, Marshall in goal. He's had a busy first half. Hassan, Asian Footballer of the Year back in 2018. It's a bit awkward going back to mighty ball. Keeper's after it to help out, and then he almost spilt it away. That's Pedro Miguel blocked. Qatar's hurting themselves here. Now they must defend. It was just lost there. Well, the whistle blew, just didn't hear it. There was a foul.
What's on Black Friday did?
Let's see where they're going to put it. Yep. Let's look at the last play with the goalkeeper again. That was communication issues, right? With the goalkeeper, I would think. Yeah, well, I think it's just a bad play from Marshall just coming out of the box and not recognizing where the opponent is, coming in quickly on you, and then not connecting with the ball, pull it back into the box if you're trying to get it to pick it up. It's been a little bit suspect a couple of times, within this match so far. You got to be sturdy as a goalkeeper here because you're the one that's supposed to exude confidence in the back. At times he looks more composed than Al-Sheeb the other night, but at other times you're thinking maybe not. Mighty ball for Qatar up the middle. Afid Alhedos. People push it back. Miguel. It's better from Qatar until that last pass. Now down the wing. Pedro Miguel should have that one covered. He does. Plays it back to Marshall. Halfway line. To Justin Koulibaly. Sawali. Diallo. He was a left back the other night playing in the center now. He left that game with muscle cramps past the hour mark. There's a question mark for this game tonight. Diallo plays for RB Leipzig in Germany. Got it forward. On the return, he'll look for Jacobs on that side, and now it's taken over by Senegal. Into the box it comes. It's loose. Look out there.
Let's go! Go!
Dia came flying through. An error for Qatar was costly.
Let's go. Not you.
First minute, Dia gets the goal. His fourth international goal. It's a big one.
It's massive, and it's just being awake. It's being attentive. Cooking, you're not exactly sure what he's doing here. It's just kind of swinging at it and falls and goes to the ground. And then you just see Dia quickly react, jumps all over it, and then just powers it into that near post. Actually catches Barsham a little bit, flat-footed, not able to cover enough of the space, switch it in that near post, and all of a sudden, now we're seeing Senegal with that 1-0 lead in a prime position within this match, right before half.
Kohi was the player that slipped in the box. One slip, one big mistake, one big goal for Senegal. Their first goal of this tournament after being shut out by the Netherlands on Monday. I'm anxious to see, Kobe, what stoppage time is going to look like.
I imagine there'll be quite a few minutes for this as far as stoppage time. And I think the big thing is a lot of conversation going on between the referee.
He's talking about the shoulder, the penalty that he didn't get. He's pointing to the shoulder. You got to let that one go. That was several minutes ago.
Yeah, it's all about one of the big lines that I always remember some teammates telling me, and we always tell each other, next play. It's always about the next play because, nothing's going to change in the past. The referee's going to change his decision, so you got to keep moving forward.
Spirit away by Kobe.
And that's one of the players that has to be watched too in this second half, Kobe, how he handles that mistake leading to the goal. Does that affect him defensively?
Into the box intended for Saar. It's going to be cleared up. The flag was up. Senegal offside.
There's a look at that play as Kobe goes down, and it's like he slips as he's taking a swing at the ball, and it falls perfectly for a very aware Dia to just pounce all over it and put Senegal up 1-0.
Here plays in Serie A. His club team is Salernitana. Ball going out of play. I mean, they're looking for players like Dia, like Sarr, to pick up the load with Sadio Mane out of the tournament. He's the guy that you could always count on for Senegal. A wide collision there on the far side as the ball goes out. Senegal has it, but two players running into each other. Pedro Miguel is the player down. And they're asking for help.
Look at this. Pedro Miguel is just looking up, has no idea that his teammate is coming, and then it's just full collision.
Pedro Miguel is the player down. He plays for the club side Al Sadd. There are 13 on the roster of 26 that play for Al Sadd. They're the two-time defending league champions, and they've won a record 16 titles. Concern on that man, Felix Sanchez, the head coach, because of plays like this.
Yeah, and that was, this is a great angle to take a look at that, and it's just a miss from Kobe. It really doesn't slip, just takes a swing at it, misses the ball completely. Just a little bit, bounces off of his chest as he goes down. Just perfect for Dia. And I don't think the fans care. They're happy with it.
Senegal, the ball with Diallo. Jacobs back for Diallo. Live standings will show Senegal level now with the other two teams involved in terms of the points anyway. Goal differential is the first tiebreaker. Ollie's clearance. That was Sarr after it. 7 minutes of stoppage time. It's going to be added. So another significant number, but one we expected with the stoppages here. On that left side, Jacobs. It's tackled away. Pedro Miguel doesn't look any worse for wear after that collision. Diallo going short with this. Diallo was lost. Oh, that's dangerous from Qatar. They're able to move it up the middle, and on the wrong side of the feet was that pass. Back to Mendy. Mohamed. In the 47th minute here in the first half. And the whistle has blown for a foul from behind the play with Yusuf Savali down and another yellow card given to Qatar.
And it's a tough tackle coming in from Mohamed as he's getting forward into much higher positions. We're seeing since the goal a little bit of a tactical change from the Qatarian team. You can see the players are stepping up a little bit more. This is where the yellow card comes in, but players are stepping a little bit higher, trying to get more of a press over these last few minutes going into halftime, trying to see if they can catch some of the Senegal defenders with the ball at their feet.
Omar Mohamed joins Ismail Mohamed in terms of yellow cards in this game. Senegal will put the ball back into play. And they get a chance to do it again with a throw-in right in front of their head coach, Aliou Cissé. Sabali will get the return, blocked on the sideline. Put it into space. Afif was after it. It was a risky move by Diallo. Didn't pay the price there. Still might. But it's lost again to Sabali. Down that right wing looking for Sarr. Good run by Sarr. The cross, but right at goal. Up to the halfway line. It is Ali. Nico's pass was completed. All the way across to Afif. Settles. Afif. The dribble going to the end line, trying to play it in front. Corner conceded. Last touch by Koulibaly. First corner by Qatar.
Well, just this little bit of life all of a sudden is getting the crowd involved. As you can see this higher press, a little bit more energy and pace and committing numbers forward for Qatar. It's creating a few chances and some problems for the Senegal defense.
One corner the other night, one here. Ball played to the middle. That was too close to a couple of Senegal players. And out for a throw-in for Senegal. In the 5th minute of stoppage time. 7 to be played, minimum of 7. Ball tapped forward, left side. Not much space there. Played back dangerously to goal. Marchand cleared it. Qatar can't be fooling around with the ball there. Well, at the risk of consequence, Ahmed back for Hassan. Marchand, 24-year-old goalkeeper, also from Al Sadd. Kept in play. Ahmed, big switch.
Wonderful ball, changing the point of attack.
They could use more of that. Ali was on the break, but Mendy read it all the way. But that's better from Qatar.
Much better from Qatar. If you could play like this, where you're changing the point of attack, hitting balls 40 yards across field, right on a dime to your teammate, that's going to open up the game a whole lot more, where you can get in those one-on-one situations, especially if you can find a player like Akram Afif to be on the receiving end of that ball, because he loves that opportunity to go 1v1.
Driven by Mendy. Hassan brings it down. Mighty ball. Wide for Afif. Koulibaly has been winning most of those in the air. He'll clear. Brought back down by Qatar, but it's lost. Koulibaly got it from Son. Off the block. Afif. And nothing much materialized there.
And I think the Chelsea defender, Koulibaly, had that one sized up pretty well on Afif.
The Jacobs pass on the left. Senegal on the ball. They've got the lead. Dying moments of this opening half. Sar pass. Sabali. Pushed back by Gay. Koulibaly. Up by Gay to the right. Ismail Sar. Squared. Intended for Mendy. Diallo with a pickup. The middle pass. That's blocked. It was intended for Dia. And I thought that was going to be the final whistle. But it is. Players are starting to walk off now after 45 minutes of play, plus a little bit of stoppage time. It is Senegal on top. The goal by Dia. Senegal leading the host nation at the half. 1-0.
And build into it, and that seems to be working.
If you're just joining us, it is Senegal in white. The maroon uniforms belonging to the host nation, Qatar. Senegal with the ball in the lead. Koulibaly going long. He's looking for Jeju. 19 in the white for Senegal. Instead, it's taken over by Buria. No changes at halftime for either side. A couple of players on yellow cards here for the Qataris. Ball played long. And a reach for it. Qatar was able to keep it in play, and then that pass goes away. Diallo. Okay. Koulibaly. Trying to go long for Dia. Dia with the game's only goal. Will it be enough to stand up and give Senegal 3 points? The last World Cup, 5 African nations, none of them advanced out of the group stage. Senegal, with or without Sadio Mane, is the team that most people thought Kobe would be the one that could go beyond the knockout stage.
Yeah, it's one of those teams that has a lot of talent, a lot of potential as well. And that's the important part, where you're talking about players that can do something special, but also players that, as time goes on, will get better and better. And this Senegal team has a lot of that all over the place. It is with Mane, where there was a lot of talk of, okay, they're contenders to get farther than any African nation has gone before.
Qatar with the ball with Hassan. Kobe. Driven long, not wide enough. Jacobs back for Mendy. Koulibaly. Sabali. Sabali very active down that right flank in that first half. And now that ball was knocked out of play. Rule of the corner.
This is a great tackle. It's coming in, a lot of that all over the place. It is with Mane, where there was a lot of talk of, okay, they're contenders to get farther than any African nation has gone before.
Qatar with the ball with Hassan. Kobe. Driven long, not wide enough. Jacobs back for Mendy. Koulibaly. Sabali. Sabali very active down that right flank in that first half. And now that ball was knocked out of play. Rule the corner.
This is a great tackle. Just coming in, going to ground. And I'm not sure, that was a tough angle to see who that came off last, but it is called for the corner. We saw it just even in the previous match for Qatar. Hassan was one of those standout players. That's probably one of the best players on the field within that match, and he's having a solid game defensively so far in this one.
Third corner for Senegal. Headed, go! Jeju, who led the team in scoring during World Cup qualifying, makes it 2-0 Senegal. The importance of set pieces.
You know, there's one man in the studio that talks about that all the time.
Would that be Alexi?
That would be Alexi. And it's set pieces, set pieces, set pieces. And this is how you would want to start if you're Senegal. Jeju has a perfect run to the near post. The ball is hit in with pace, and you just beat your defenders to the spot. And you can see right there, just outside the 6. And it's all about the pace of that corner. All you have to do is just get enough on it to redirect it. Gets right in front of Ali. Gets to the back post, no chance whatsoever for Basham. And Jeju, as you said, leading goal scorer during qualifiers. He's on the board once again.
Well, if you're a Qatar, that's the worst possible thing to happen. You come out in the second half hoping to get an equalizing goal, and now you trail by 2. Manibu plays it back to goal. It's a well-executed set piece. Perfect placement on that headed goal by Jeju. Play back towards Mendy in goal. Chelsea keeper going long. Taken down by Kohi. Madibu on the chase. Another foul. Free kick when play resumes.
So this is a big fight going on here all over the place. And I'm not exactly sure what Jeju's supposed to be able to do on that one. There's just such a height discrepancy in there. They're both grabbing and fighting, and it's just an inverted contact to the face.
That foul is given. Free kick for Qatar. Falls on Mendy. It's a free kick for Qatar. 2021 Gold Cup, they had 12 goals. They led the tournament with goals. Haven't had one in this World Cup. Played in, headed wide. Could have been there. Flag was up anyway.
Well, Afif puts a great ball in. As you can see, Hassan just leaning in there in an offside position. He had a great opportunity to get his head on that one, but the flag did go up, so it wouldn't have counted anyways. But Qatar is still looking for that magic moment. You know, you're still building step by step, and it's all about, for this Qatari team, It's all about getting that first goal.
Yeah.
And then you can move from there. They just need to get on the board.
They don't want that first moment to be a goal that's called back or offside. Give them false hope. Deflected ball finds Kohi. Here we go. Mohammed. Mohammed was taken out of the play. Oh, yellow card's coming. So the yellow cards are continuing here. Gay is questioning that. .53rd minute. Told it went to Jacobs. At least that's what FIFA is identifying as. Pass from Budiaf. Flag is up. Intended for Mohammed. Jacobs did get booked for that.
Yeah, you can see that right arm on the turn. Now that gets a little high and gets in the face. He picks up the yellow card. I think that's a deserving one for Jacobs.
Diallo for Senegal. I'll play a 2-0 score. One goal in each half. One late in the first half, one early in the second. That's the difference. Headed for our feet, doesn't get there. Picked back up. So he's passed to the outside. Pretty up. All the way across from Mohammed. Headed by Jacobs. Then Diallo. Senegal breaking to the left. Diatta. Diallo. Okay. Pushed back, picked off. Laid off by Ali. Alhedos. Here comes the captain. Everybody retreating for Senegal in white. Mohammed slowed down, taken down, and in that collision, Alhedos is after the referee again. You gotta leave the man in the middle alone.
And this is a talking to on Jacobs. He's just got a yellow card, and this one is borderline for a second yellow on the foul as he comes in. There's the cutback, connects right there. Just that leg coming out seems to connect in the face as well. You put yourself in the eyesight and the memory of the referee now. So Jacobs has to be very careful. Now this is a dangerous position for Qatar, as we saw a feet on the service on the previous foul from distance. Much closer here, right outside the 18.
Ali is one of the targets for Akram Afif. Knocked down in the box, shot taken as blocked. They don't get a second try. Afif down the wing, left side. Picked back up. Marchand to the left.
I want to say, JP, that shot from Hassan was blocked by his own teammate.
Yeah. Qatar in maroon, it's Alhedos. Manibu. The Hassan pass now is deflected out. You're throwing for Senegal.
Now we'll get a good look at it here. Ball drops, a lot of chaos in front. Yeah, it looks like it was
His own
blocked
man.
by his own teammate. Looks like yes, Ali, Alamouz Ali, that blocks the shot from Hassan.
Diallo, left side, looking for Jacobs and overhits it. Going Qatar. Get another one. Still to come on Fox, the other Group A match, Netherlands and Ecuador, and then the match everyone's been waiting for, England-USA. Coverage begins immediately following the conclusion of this match over on Fox. Interesting matchup, Colby, with some USA players now playing in England. We'll be taking on players that they play against in the league. Here's another look. That one's blocked. And if you're Qatar, it's bad enough you're down 2-0. Don't want to concede yet another. As you look for that magical moment, Ali's pass in the middle. Abib. Straight ahead. Trying to slip it through to Al-Hayos. He's furious. He was open. Jeju on the ball.
Yeah, it's got to be a better ball from Abib. He does a good job of picking the ball up in the midfield and driving at the heart of the defense. And then it's all about the weight of the pass. That next play, that finishing movement, that's where it comes lacking from Abib. He's got to get that into space so Hidos can actually have an opportunity to go to goal.
Diallo holding for Senegal. They'll go long distance. It's not a doubt. Senegal will be closing out next Tuesday, taking on Ecuador. Two teams advancing from each group. Senegal will like their chances more if they can get this victory today and then try to beat Ecuador next Tuesday. Of course, a lot depends too on this Ecuador-Netherlands game coming up. Here on the left, Diatta's pass is blocked. He'll get another go at it. Diatta from distance. On the turn. Game. Mendy. Koulibaly. Driven into the box. That was Jeju. And it stopped there and goal by Marchand. Hassan for Qatar. Abib back for Hassan. Another player from Al Saad. A lot of these players knowing each other from playing in the Qatari League and also in training for the last couple of years. It's easy to assemble your national team, Kobe, when they're all playing domestically.
Yeah, it's very easy to get together, spend some time, make sure that you're ready for any tournaments or matches that are coming up. Part of the benefit of what we had in '94, where there's a lot of players that were back home domestically and playing and training with one another.
94 too. That was before the advent of Major League Soccer, which started in 1996. For a throw-in, Hassan for Qatar. Just about at the hour mark here. Better effort from Qatar in game 2 than they had in game 1, but they're still down by a couple of goals. Vidal's pass, Mohamed. Madibu. He'll get the return up the middle. That's blocked. Collision there, no fouls given. Jungle there. It's Jeju. Mohamed back for Qatar. Abib. Kobe's pass. Got it to the outside.
Yeah, a lot of play from Qatar just coming in the middle third of the field. They got to take some chances.
Hassan got it wide. On that left side, the cross was coming in. Cleared out. Throw in Qatar. Goes out next Tuesday versus the Netherlands. Hassan from deep. Fires it! And it was wide. That looked like Kobe, the magical moment.
Yeah, that's a good look. Look, there's no pressure whatsoever. So Hassan says, all right, well, I'll just step up and have a go. And this one looks like it's on target, but moving quite a bit. Actually tests Mendy a little bit to go full stretch to see it beyond. And Mendy actually not happy with his defenders there, screaming after the fact, letting them know, hey, step out.
That was a free
Don't
shot.
allow any free shots.
Senegal up 2-0. Goals by Dia in the 41st minute, his 4th international goal. 48th minute, Jeju with his 11th international goal. Qatar have come close on a couple of occasions. Here is Jeju again. Disrupted. Afif lays it off. Hedis moving forward with others. Left it off. Afif. Senegal scrambling defensively. Afif. He's not going to get that one. On this left side, that's Dia. Mohammed takes over. Here's Qatar. Boudiaf's pass into the middle. Now played back. Hassan. Madibu. Out wide is Qatar. 63rd minute. Looking for that moment. Ali! And Mendy got a touch. Corner. Qatar. They're coming.
Yeah, this is much better. Afif receiving the ball in a higher position. His initial touch pushes him towards the defender, pushes the defenders back as he goes, plays the ball in to Ali, and it may just not enough power on it to get it beyond Mendy.
Off that corner, it's going to be cleared all the way back beyond Afif. Should be another corner.
I think Afif trying to sneak that one into that near post.
Why not? Mate Sis ready to become the first sub of the game for Senegal. 3rd corner for Qatar. They'll play it out right off the training ground. That wasn't. Mendy let it go. Pedro Miguel. A wild shot. Not close to anything. Flag was up anyway.
And this Pedro just trying to bend this one into the far post, and just, as you said, while not even close to being on target. And here's that little touch from Almoez Ali, trying to push it beyond Mendy. It's not in a good position to get power on that one to really test it, and allows Mendy to get down and tip it wide for that corner.
Crepin Diata is coming out. Mate Sis will replace him. Fresh legs coming out. Seen a lot of subs in these games, Kobe. You can get up to 5, and then there's concussion subs too. But this is the very first sub being made by either side. And we're in the 64th minute.
I kind of like it, JP.
Yeah.
You know, kind of
I do too.
reminds me of the old days.
Yeah.
You know?
We get too many subs, right? 5. It's ironic though, because this is probably the warmest day we've had in Qatar. Close to 90 degrees by this stadium today earlier. Gay on the ball. Senegal with Jacobs trying to close this one out. 65th minute. They've got a convincing 2-0 lead, but 1 goal by Qatar could change it all up. Ball knotted down. Winning it was the new player, Sis. Fresh legs helping him there. Sabali on the right, left it off. On the turn. Into the box it comes. Sabali left it there. The cross was denied. And then cleared by Ali. Jacobs will play it back. Later today, the much anticipated showdown, England and the U.S., starting at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. On Fox, Captain Tyler Adams leads the U.S. in that very important matchup. Afif. Pass was not on the mark. Driven long. That's not the way from Jeju. Jeju and Dia, the goal scorers. Senegal leading 2-0. Making things interesting here on day 6 in Group A. Netherlands and Ecuador will be following us, then the USA, England, much later. Boudiaf. Madibu. Afif. That's better from Qatar. Mohamed. Overlapped by Pedro Miguel. Curling ball up there. Missed one. It is settled near the end line. Possession maintained by Qatar. Driven in. Headed down. Save Mendy! There was the moment. But it became Mendy's moment instead.
What an incredible play. All the way around. The ball movement from Qatar to play up to that. The shot and the save by Mendy.
You've got the home supporters loving this. Alhedo's corner. Headed once. Pedro Miguel's header. Another one in front. They're looking for Ali. It's another corner.
Continuing to test, knocking on the door here for Qatar. And here it is. Take a look at this. Mohamed comes in, but this is the total reaction save. And look, doesn't go off the head, goes off of the knee. So Mendy can't even expect where it's going to be, and it's just getting out and reacting as quickly as possible. That's from within the 6-yard box, and he makes a huge save. And Mohamed cannot believe it.
Great late run by Mohamed as well as the scoring chance. Off that corner. Cleared out. Settled by Qatar. Here's Mohamed again. Launching one into the box. Wanted Ali. That's cleared away.
Now Qatar still have to be careful because there's an excitement in the air. Players are starting to push forward a little bit more. Some of your defenders getting forward. But you cannot allow yourself to get out of position defensively because this Senegal side is very comfortable sitting back and then coming out on the counter.
Qatar ready to make a change. Abdulaziz Hatem will be coming into the game. Looks like it's Boudiaf that's coming out. It is.
That's just a great save. World class from Mendy.
Credit Mendy with a great bounce back game. That's not his first big save tonight.
Yeah, and that's so important. And that's what we talked about at the beginning of this match with Mendy getting the start still. It's how you react after you have a bad game, after you have criticism. Do you step up and continue to do and play well? Because you know you can. And so far, Mendy has said, yeah, I got that. I got this.
It's going to be UEFA FIFA Goalkeeper of the Year. In the box, it's Mendy, and that's over the mark. So there's no question Mendy's one of the better ones, but not the other night.
It's a moment. You know, that's what it's all about. Can you put the moment behind you? If it's a bad one, understand, hey, it's only going to be there for the second. Don't be criticism, but move beyond. If it's a great one, don't believe all the praise, but just understand that's something that you can do.
70th minute. Senegal up 2-0 over host nation Qatar in their first ever World Cup appearance. Ali played it back. Pedro Miguel. That's a feat. Look how deep he is just trying to receive the ball. That's one of your strikers.
Yeah, and that does no good for Qatar. That's what he did in the previous match. He started dropping deep. He wasn't in the attacking positions, and all of a sudden there was a sputter in the attack for Qatar.
Here's Mohamed. In the middle. Nobody there to run after it. Mendy protects the ball. '71st minute. It is Senegal on top. A goal in each half. Qatar has come close, but Edward Mendy has been strong in goal for Senegal. Jacobs. Diallo. Koulibaly. Sabali. Has Dia. Sabali played it back. Help there from Mendy across the way, off the foot of Jacobs, out of play. Senegal looks like they want to make a double switch here. Getting some last-minute instruction from the coaching staff. It's their game to lose. They're in control. Last 5 minutes or so, we've seen the best of Qatar. Crowd got into it, players into it, but they couldn't score past Mendy. Son's pass is picked off. Qatar recovers, and they'll get the foul. Free kick coming up. Fouls on Mendy. Atmosphere tonight has been better than we had thought, Kobe. A lot of empty seats at the start of the game, but they really started to fill up.
Yeah, it's filled up pretty good here, and then everyone's still here supporting on both sides. A lot of energy, good energy within this stadium.
So it's going to be Iliman Inday and Bamba Dieng who will be coming in. Just not yet. Afif on this free kick from about 24 yards with a sharp angle. He'll drive it towards goal. Played across. He's out for corner.
Well, we know Afif's got great service. He does a good job putting that to the back post. He just tries to put it right back across. Looks like this goes off of the defender out for a corner. Another great chance. Qatar's been knocking on the door over the last 10 minutes trying to look for that first goal. One goal, and all of a sudden you're back into this match.
Hatem, a recent sub, will drive it. Collision there, player down. May have seen the worst of that ball. It came across. It is Jacobs. That ball was whipped across with some power. They're trying to get the referee's attention to make these changes. He's not looking over. Now he is. So we'll see what the changes are going to be. Some last minute instruction. The captain is leaving. We'll give the armband to Hatem. So Hassan Hedos will make an exit. Mohamed Muntari comes in. And then two changes for Senegal. Bamba Dieng and Iliman Inday coming in. Trying to close this one out. So the 18 and 19 players up top are now out. Can Senegal close this one out? They got another 15 or so minutes and some stoppage time to try to do it. Mendy will go long. Gonna bounce back the other way to goal. Barsham on it. It'll be interesting to see who Qatar plays in goal in game 3. They give someone else a look, or do they go back to one of these two? Game 1 to game 2.
Well, at this moment, I think you probably stay with the goalkeeper that you have now. Barsham he's had some shaky moments, but I think he's kind of settled into the match.
Diallo down that left flank. And it's just overshot. The look was for Dia. He scored the first goal in the 41st minute. Jeju got the second one in the 48th. Jeju's since been subbed out. Liu Cisse, second youngest coach. Only Lionel Scaloni of Argentina is younger than Cisse, who's 46. Ball out. It's a goal kick. Now, Qatar can make it interesting if they can score one. But the later this gets, the tougher this is going to be.
And I think one thing that we've seen over all of these matches is it's never over until that final whistle blows, because you can have changes.
Ask Wales.
Yeah, ask Wales. I mean, even
Ask Germany. Right?
Germany. I mean, look at the Portugal game, just the last 10 minutes there.
Yeah. That game ended 3-2. It was 1-0 on a Ronaldo penalty kick, and then 4 more goals scored.
Could have been 3-3 in the last seconds, too.
Qatar on the ball, and Mohammed was open, was deflected away from him. Senegal's got 2 more subs that they are trying to get into the game. Afid will play it across. And that's a foul. Maybe we'll see the subs here. 4 and 17 are going to be coming in. Pap Cisse and Pap Sar. Mendy and Jacobs will be coming out. Well, Senegal went the long time Kobe without making any changes, and now they've got half the team changed almost, right?
Yeah, it's a free-for-all. You're up 2-0. You just have about 13 plus whatever extra time, so you're going to make some changes. And look, it's not too much. It's one of the things we always talk about. If you're bringing a player to the World Cup, you have to have faith in them. And so you can have faith in these players to see a game out.
And you're taking out Jacobs, who was on a yellow card, which is smart to get him out of there. Long ball for Mohammed. Somehow he brought that one down. Well done. Mohammed at the end line. Drives it across. Headed. Go! They get there first. There's a moment. Mendy didn't want to give the ball back to Montari. The sub makes part of history. First ever goal for Qatar in the World Cup. Game on, even though it's late.
Well, look at this change of point of attack. It's a great ball on a dime. All the way to Mohammed. Mohammed gets his head up, picks out the space, and Muntari attacks this space right in between the 2 defenders. And you can see him just redirect it. And Muntari has the magic moment, makes history for Qatar.
His 13th international goal. He is a naturalized citizen. He was born and raised in Ghana. They have several players that became naturalized citizens for Qatar. He's one of them. It's a big moment. Even though it's late, there's still plenty of time. Can you create some doubt on the part of Senegal now as the ball is headed back dangerously toward goal, giving up a corner? That was off Kohi.
Yeah, Kohi, you can't do this. You just scored a goal. The energy and the flow of the game is going your way, and then you're casual in the back. And you hit a ball out and give the opponent a corner where you know that they scored on one before, so now you're under pressure.
Driven in short, and that's going to go up into the seats. You get to do it again. 80th minute. Qatar 1, Senegal 2. Ready for this corner? Sar plays for Tottenham. Sar will drive it all the way across, headed down, and then cleared away the last moment. Senegal first to get the ball back. Afid was there to try to win it. It's taken over by Indeyai. And the ball's out again. In the 81st minute. 2-1 game. Qatar scored their first ever World Cup goal. So that's the magical moment. Now, could they get a point out of this and really upset the standings in Group A?
Yeah, and they have to be careful because if you get caught up in all the energy, and even off that last one, the ball was cleared off of the line as Barsham once again was caught out of position.
From distance, they'll take their time with this. The clock is right now Senegal's friend. He's really wasting some time there. Ball driven in, headed down. Both sides think it's theirs. The referee says it belongs to Qatar. More soccer action coming your way. Netherlands and Ecuador after us, and then England versus USA. Coverage begins immediately following the conclusion of this match over on Fox. Long distance from Mohamed. Mendy will grab that and hold on for dear life. Can't spill a ball now and goal. Well, Qatar now has what they've been looking for, a fighting chance. It is down 2-0. Wasn't that much hope, even though they were continuing to attack. But now they've got that first one. They got the crowd behind them. Confidence, too.
As we said, it's one step at a time. Get the goal first and then work it from there to see if you can get a point out of the match. They've gotten the goal, and now it's about the point. Where they've been successful, we mentioned it early on, it's changing the point of attack from one side of the field to the other. It opens up the defense, and then they have opportunities to go to the goal. That's how this young man scored his goal, is off of a change of a point of attack, and Mohamed getting his head up and picking Muntari out.
A couple of changes now. Wad coming in, Salman coming in for Qatar. The game is going to certainly end with some fresh legs. Miguel and Mohamed are out. And so is the ball. Throwing for Senegal. Senegal involved in a tight one there. Looked like they had things under control. Samali running as if the game just started. Alpi trying to win it, does not. Senegal will keep it. Cut back, quick shot, take and go! Dieng, the sub comes through again. It's all about the subs here. Well, you had talked about it before, right? You're threatening, you're all on the attack. Comes the other way.
Yeah, you cannot get caught up in the energy. You can breathe off of it, you can live off it, but you can't commit yourself too much going forward, and they get caught. And look at this, 2 defenders on the wrong side of the player. The cross comes in, and Dieng wide open in the box, and it's just a redirection of the ball, and puts it at that near post, actually, and puts it beyond Barsham, and it's not good enough in so many areas for the Qatari defenders and the keeping. And now you have to think that this game is put out of reach.
The 22-year-old gets just his second international goal. He was wide open.
Well, that's it, man. Once you commit numbers forward, you lose the ball in a bad position. You have 2 defenders on the wrong side of the ball. So now all of a sudden, Senegal's coming at you 3v2. It's very difficult for the defender to try to pick out, okay, where do I go? Try to stop the shot, or take the man, you try to stop the shot, then lay it off, and Dieng puts it in the back of the net.
The game is disrupted when you go to the bench. They've made 9 changes, these 2 sides, so it's tough. Some of these guys have fresh legs, right? But they're not really into the game yet.
Yeah, it's fresh legs, and feeling the game out is difficult, and then just the communication. Where do you go? Who's got who in these different situations? That players that have been playing for 80 minutes have a relationship and understand now. You're new into it. It's like, oh wait, you got it. No, you got it. And then no one does, and then you find yourself chasing.
So it's Senegal with a 3-1 lead over Qatar here in Group A. Netherlands and Ecuador will follow us. Netherlands have that long unbeaten run. I believe it's 16 unbeaten. They look good during the UEFA Nations League. They're a team that could surprise some people. I mean, they're good, but they could go deep. Afif will push it back. Madihu. Back to Afif. That's one of the newcomers, Wad. That's broken up by Senegal. Senegal will have to feel good about this performance. Won't be happy about conceding a goal late, but put 3 on the board. And Mendy played well. Much better than game 1. This is all Senegal have to do. Possess. Kill the game. Kill the rest of it. They don't need anything more. Tenaperdia. He was cut off by a teammate, by Dieng. Dieng will leave it off. Picked by Mohamed. Mohamed on the move. Take it out. There's a foul on the yellow card as well. This play is stopped. Free kick coming up here for Qatar. 88th minute. Cease was the player booked. The time is running out on Qatar. But if we can get one here, and who knows how much stoppage time will be put up, you never know.
Well, a set piece can just change the momentum, right? And like you said, JP, you get one here, and we have seen quite a bit of time come in for extra time in all the games, within that have happened so far. So, yeah, you got to keep pushing, and it takes one moment. And you have a player like Afif standing over the ball, he can make the magic happen.
Qatar about 24 yards away from goal. 3-1 lead for Senegal. Second time Senegal has scored 3 goals in a World Cup match, including a 3-3 draw against Uruguay in 2002. Quick shot taken is by netting from Hassan.
Yeah, that's just a quick turn to displace the ball, towards one of the players that's trying to block it off, and just turn, and you see Hassan have the crack. Not really testing at all.
Diallo with it. Going long left side. Sprint there by Dia. Knocked out of play. Well, that doesn't go Qatar's way, or does it? It is going to be a goal kick.
Well, let's see here. That should have been a corner.
Yeah, he didn't touch it, right?
Sometimes you just make the motions to the referee. They're not sure.
Sell it. Sell the call. Sell the call. Throw-in coming up. Cisse's got Ecuador to look forward to next Tuesday. Trying to advance in this competition the way they did back in 2002. Kohi on the ball. Qatar do have their magical moment on the Mutari goal, but doesn't look like it's going to be nearly enough. Long ball ahead. The look was for Hatem. Cleared by Diallo. Dieng just lost control of it there. He had a player wide open. He was looking for Indie. Back the other way is Qatar. Nice cut towards the middle. Hassan outside Afif. Into the box. Headed down and then cleared away by Diallo. 6 minutes added on here in stoppage time. We're in the first of those 6. Senegal on the ball. Towards the middle of the park it comes. Poked ahead, but it's just behind. And Senegal will just let it roll out. There's a player down at the other end, but they don't want to add more time if they don't have to. Well, yellow card was just issued again, adding to the total. Madibu joins the group of players booked.
Yeah, that's a little bit of a late one from Madibu.
Throwing Diallo for Senegal. Dieng's pass is blocked. Tari's pass on the left. Hassan. Second minute of stoppage time. Driven long. Koulibaly, he's won all of those balls.
Yeah, it's just not good enough for Afif. And this is one of the issues where we saw in the first match. Afif starts getting frustrated and feels like the game isn't in reach. He tends to drop deep. He doesn't join so much in the attack. He starts to be like, okay, well, I'm just going to sit back here and try to just be a playmaker and hit long balls instead of being aggressive, getting forward, taking the ball in hand and dribbling and driving at players and just being more of a creative factor in the attacking third. That's where he's needed. He's a striker, a goal scorer, and a playmaker in the short, sharp, tight spaces. We have other players on Qatar that can sit and hit those 30, 40, 50-yard balls.
Here's Diallo. I want to get back to Afif if I can, but first, Senegal's keeping the ball in the attacking third. Cross is coming. Keeper punches it. Barsham got 2 fists to it. Qatar coming back. 3rd minute of stoppage time. Ball was barely kept in by Mohammed. Did Afif Kobe take himself out of the game mentally after that penalty call did not go his way in the first half?
Yeah, I think so. There's definitely some issues there where even if it wasn't completely out of the game, it was for large swaths of the match where he was just kind of, I didn't get that call, really upset about that, and that those moments and consistent moments take away because you're not focusing on the game that's in front of you, you're focusing on what you need to do here.
Well, it's played wide on that left side. Qatar looking for a second big moment in this game. But they're running out of time. Mohammed nearly had their first ever goal. To the outside, Salman into the box. It's cleared out. Dieng leaves it. And the return is coming right up the middle. Running at the heart of the Qatar defense. The game pass. Okay, once more tackled away from him, and he's knocked down. Foul was not given. Ball pushed ahead. Looking for room. Ali looking, shooting. That's high. Players are down, possibly cramping. A couple players down from Qatar, one from Senegal.
Now this is Ali, where he actually has a nice little move before that where he dances through 2 defenders, just slides between them and tries to bend that one to the far post, but isn't able to get it on target. But yeah, at this moment in the match, like we said, a little bit warmer than usual from what we've seen. 90-plus minutes, you're going to have the cramps. You're going to have the tired bodies. You're going to have that little bit of extra just hanging on the ground as needed.
Time running out of this one, 5th minute of stoppage time. Senegal 3, Qatar 1. Koulibaly. Just about a minute left. Long over the top. Dieng runs onto it. Flag stays down. Ball out for a corner. And this is where the game could end. Corey, let's get your final thoughts on the way this game has played out.
I think for Senegal, they did a fantastic job of getting the goal that they needed when Qatar answered back.